There's a number of reasons why you're here. One is because it's the NUFC Matters end of season do. It seems ages ago since the season ended, but typical Wraithy, let's put it on in June. God knows why. We also wanted to just basically get everybody together, have a really good evening, but also raise a little bit of money for charity. And we've got Sonia here from Age Uk North Tyneside, which is the charity that we've all supporting tonight and through the season that's just passed, and obviously next season. And I thought before we get started, we'll just ask Sonia to say a few words to give us an introduction to what the charity is all about, why she works for the charity, and what the charity does for the people of North Tyneside. It's dear to my heart because I'm a North Tyneside lad. I'm originally from Wallsend. I now live in Heaton. But my two friends here, George and Neil, they're from Wallsend. Apparently Neil lives in Dubai, but I don't know if anybody knew that. But it'd be nice to hear from Sonia exactly what the charity's doing, who it supports, how it supports it. So I'm just going to leave it to Sonia to just tell, because Sonia, Steve said you could talk for England. Sorry about that. All of it. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sonia. I'm from Age Uk North Tyneside. We're a local charity. We've been around for over 50 years. We're based in Shields on Savile Street. And I want to tell you a little bit about what we do. I don't want to bore you with awful dramatic statistics, but I think... You take the selfie?
You've never met George before, have you?
Are we?
He has a reputation.
We'll get the mic in a minute. Just give us a chance. Anyway, back to the main plot. So we've been around for 50 years. We're based in Shields. We're a charity that deals predominantly with people who are living with dementia, families who are coping with that awful condition. It's a condition that's very close to my heart. My dad had Alzheimer's and he died very, very young. He was a steel fixer. He built the Red Youth Bridge. He built Eldon Square, and I'm very proud of him. I used to work in China for years, and when my dad was really poorly, my mum was trying to cope at home, and he was quite young, sadly, and he never got to retire, and he died very young, and there was nothing around for my mum and dad at that time. So it led me to wrap in the job that I had in China and go to work for a local charity in Shields. So what do? We work with families to provide coping mechanisms for them so we can support them in their caring journey. What we also do is put on loads of activities for people who are living with the condition themselves so that they feel benefited and worthwhile and have meaning to their life. We always say it's possible to live well with dementia, and that's what we try to do. So last year, I was approached by Steve and by Joe Allen, and they said to me, we'd like to come along and find out what you do. So I picked them up from the metro. Neither of them drive, apparently. Who knew? Picked them up from the metro, took them along to our housing development, which is in Backworth, which has got 40 individual apartments for people who are living with dementia or a cognitive impairment. All of these people live there. They pay rent. They live well. We can dial up their care, dial down their care as it's required. We like to hope that we prolong their independence and also give their families something to look forward to throughout that dementia journey. So thankfully, Steve and Joe were really impressed by what we did. They decided that they would come along and support us, and they've been doing that ever since. And they've raised money for us. Tonight we'll raise money for us again. I will bore you with one statistic, and I don't want to spoil the energy in the room. But the case is now that 1 in 3 people born today will actually have dementia. And what we're trying to do is we can't at the moment arrest that awful condition. But what we can do is improve the lives of those people who are living with it. So we're fundraising tonight. We've had 11 years worth of dementia services and Admiral nursing in North Tyneside. Newcastle has never benefited from that. There's never been the funding to do that. But very recently, the Barber Foundation donated a large sum of money to enable us to put a service into Newcastle, and we've launched that now. So all I would say tonight is, guys, thanks for coming along. Thanks for raising money for Age UK North Tyneside. All of the money raised tonight will support people and families and those ones who are living with dementia. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart.